Welcome back, and this video is for your Bill of Rights booklet. So this should be the very last thing that you do. If you did it out of order, cool, you can always go back, but this should be the last thing you do. So you already read your Bill of Rights, have answered those questions, and you read your previous article, okay, and done all your assignments. And this is kind of to show that you truly understand what these amendments are and what they mean. It's one thing to be able to read them, but if a kindergartner walked in today, could you tell me what they mean? So this one, I'm really just going to be reading it. I'm not going to give any explanation because that is up to you. You guys are going to tell me what it says, okay? So have you ever had a moment where you read something and you're like, ooh, but what does that mean? And then someone explains it to you? It's basically the same thing, but you're going to explain it to me. Okay, and we are going to be using full sentences. Now, mine is not as fancy as yours. Like the pages are upside down because I gave myself the crummy copy and you guys have the nice one, but I'll do my best job to read it, okay? So please make sure that you write your name on it. And it says the First Amendment. So this is what it says, and then you're going to tell me what it means. The actual statement in the Bill of Rights says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That was a bunch of fancy words. What does it mean though? Okay, so you guys, based on what you guys have learned and the information we've already gathered, what do all those fancy words mean? Put it together below, and that's where you'll see what right does this protect? This protects my right to wear my bathing suit, my right to go to church, my right to have a gun, my right to boogie down. What is this? What is this right protecting? Okay, so my recommendation is that you write, this protects blah, 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 blah. 1 to 2 sentences at the top is really all it's going to take. Okay. Second Amendment. Actual statement. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What does that protect? What right does it protect? Amendment 3. No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in a time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. What does it protect? Amendment 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. What right does this protect? And remember, this is a lot of fancy words, but you guys already know the information. What are these protecting? Go back into your text and find out, okay? There was something on my screen. The Fifth Amendment. This one's a long one, okay? So feel free to pause me. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces, or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. That was a lot of fancy words I couldn't get through. So what does that mean? What right does it protect of mine? The Sixth Amendment. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witness against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel in his defense. What does it mean? Which one of my rights does this protect? What does it guarantee for me if I were to commit a crime? Dun, dun, dun. I wish I had background music. Oh well. The 7th Amendment. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. What right does this protect? Amendment 8. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. Ninth Amendment. And remember, the 1 through 8 protect certain things, and 9 and 10 are a little bit different. So what does this protect? The amelioration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or deprave others retained by the people. That was a hard one. I'm not even sure if I said that right. If I didn't, let me know. And the 10th Amendment. The powers not delegated to United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. So remember, all you are doing is telling me what all those fancy words mean. And remember, the best example I can give you, imagine if a kindergartner walked in. Imagine someone who has never heard of the Bill of Rights walked into this room and said, hey, I can't read this. What does it mean? And you can say, okay, this is what it means, okay? And remember, keep the explanation simple. It doesn't have to be extravagant. You guys got this, all right? So please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you guys with this assignment. But it should be pretty easy for you guys. Remember, you guys can go back into your text that you have. You have 2 pieces of information or 2 texts that you guys can go back and look. And you can honestly copy it word per word, just kind of dazzle it up a little bit and make sure that you're really and truly explaining. Think to yourself while you're explaining something, okay, a little kindergartner walked in, close your eyes and do it. A little kindergartner walked in and I tell them that this means blah, 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 blah. And then they go, but why? Already answer the why questions, okay? And think to yourself when they go, what does that mean? Already answer it. That's what makes a good writer. Remember, you always write as if the audience has no idea what you're talking about. And that will it guarantees that you will have enough detail to answer your questions. So when I read it, I'll say, they got it. There's no questions. They understand what it means. Okay, guys? I hope this was helpful to you guys and have a great day. Bye.